Yeah, you're very close. Excellent. Anybody else? Any other guesses? What would be the theme and the title of the talk that I will give? Is it possible to put this lights on? Just to see how it feels. Oh, it's nice. I like it. Do you like it? Is it okay? I can see also more easily. So the title is, okay, one more guess. What could be the title? Flame. She was explaining what mantra means. She's almost there. So, yeah. You can guess 3 guesses. I will not let you go so easily. Get away with it. You have to do something to guess. Yes?
Burning the illusion.
Burning the illusion? That's very related, but no. More? Good, you're bold. If I would have a cookie, I would give it to you. Sometimes I do this in my seminars, but now I was so much in a rush coming from Brussels to see all of you that I didn't arrange for the cookies. Next time I will arrange for the cookies, or they will arrange for the cookies.
We have cookies.
Oh, cookies are coming. Okay, so it's still it's not an empty promise. Okay, 2 more guesses for the title. No, yes, 2 more guesses. We had 1 more guess. Two guesses. One more guess. One more guess, because we already have 2 guesses. Very good guesses, yeah?
Steadiness of the mind.
Steadiness of the mind. The mind is the word that is in the title, but it's not steadiness.
And it's flickering.
What? The flame is flickering, yes. Yes, what will be the first word? What do you think? Mind is the second word. There is only 2 words in the title, and something that you all like this word. You all like this word.
Wonderful.
Very close. Almost this is it. Full is in this word. But instead of wonderful is?
Mind.
Yes. A mindful, beautiful mind. I was so excited by reading Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita speaks a lot about the mind and how the mind should become a friend. So I was thinking it would be great to start an institute for the beautiful mind, for the development of the beautiful mind. And I mean, if anybody wants to be happy, they definitely have to have a beautiful mind. How can you be happy when you have a horrible mind? It's not possible. So I think it pays off to focus on developing one's mind. And I will explain more what are the functions of the mind and things like this. So I still didn't start this institute, but I am having volunteers who want to join already. They really like the idea. They like to improve their mind and beautify their mind. So I have a couple of friends who want to join me when I start it. And I think the whole planet will actually change if everybody works on developing their own beautiful mind. We work on developing a beautiful body, isn't it? You know, we stand in front of the mirror and try to beautify the body. And some people don't even have to put makeup or whatever ornaments. They're already, as we say, by their karma, they have good karma and they have therefore beautiful looks. Some people maybe don't have beautiful looks, but they have a beautiful character. And they're wonderful. They like to do small acts of kindness, like our dear friend, Gardner. I met him before the class and I liked his profession. Gardener is a beautiful metaphor for life and for doing any project. You always water something in the project, and you can also water people so they can grow. So he just was thinking about the comfort of all of us, and now some of us are more comfortable due to him. He has a chair, she has this, and I have this chair also. This was a little hard, so so he made sure that all of us or some of us are comfortable. And as you know, maybe you have heard this expression, small acts of kindness. And I would add something to it. Small acts of kindness can make a big difference in people's lives. Can make a big difference. And he already made so much difference here for all of us. And we already, at least I, like him because of these small acts of kindness. I liked him already upstairs when he told me that he's a gardener. But now my liking just increased for him. So you see, what he has done can be done by a person who has a beautiful mind. And I believe all of you have beautiful minds, but sometimes our minds are torturing us, and our minds are not beautiful. They're full of some bad things in the mind, and some things that we don't want, or some thoughts that we don't want. And especially the thing that we don't want in our mind is a negative self-talk or negative inner dialogue. And the ancient book of wisdom, Bhagavad Gita, explains, I will tell you a Sanskrit verse, Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayat svadhyaya bhyasanam chaiva vanmayam tapa uchyate. This verse of the Gita explains, I would say, communication skills, how to communicate, and I will explain each word. Satyam means speaking words that are truthful. Priyam, pleasing. Satyam, priyam, hitam chayat, it means beneficial also. Then, svadhyaya bhyasanam chaiva means always studying wisdom literature, always studying enlightening literature. And also it is mentioned one should not speak in such a way as to agitate the mind of others, disturb the mind of others. And this whole verse can be applied to our own inner dialogue, how we talk to ourselves. So by this verse we can check, am I speaking words, am I thinking words that are pleasing, beneficial, not agitating to myself, and am I having a high-class content in my mind, spiritual content. It is also said in the Bhagavad Gita that one should always think of doing good to others, how to benefit others. So a person who has a beautiful mind thinks how to serve, how to help others, how to make other people's lives more beautiful, more easy, more meaningful also. And now this Vedic literature describes that there is 3 functions plus 2 functions of the mind. And if we understand this scientifically, we can actually be able to control the mind much better than we do. So 3 functions of the mind are thinking, feeling, and willing. Willing means desires. So if we want to develop a beautiful mind, then we can beautify or improve these 3 areas: how we think, how we feel, and what we desire. Now you may say, well, thoughts just come to me, so how can I? If you say you can choose what to think, I don't know if I can do it because the thoughts just come. How can I choose what I think? Actually, you have power within yourself to choose what you think. You can choose positive thoughts, you can choose spiritual thoughts. You can choose what you think. But this requires what? It requires practice. Practice is one of the greatest secrets and undermined, underused of success. Secrets of success. Daily practice. Ask any successful person in any area of life, including spiritual life and yoga and meditation, they will tell you daily practice is the key to success. There is no way around it, there is no shortcut. If you are very quick in developing your meditation, you are very successful, very, very quick, then it means that in past lives you have been practicing. That's why you have momentum now and you can do it. So nobody can go around this daily practice secret, so to say. Another two functions of the mind are sankalpa and vikalpa, which means accepting and rejecting. So the mind is always accepting something and rejecting something. I like this, I don't like this. And you can also master this. How? But by choosing what is favorable for you, what is favorable for your spiritual development, what is favorable for developing goodness in you, what is favorable for helping others, and rejecting everything that is unfavorable. For example, you can refuse to criticize other people in your mind or with your words. You can refuse to criticize or accuse yourself and to have a negative self-talk, to say, I am bad, this cannot be done, I will never be successful. And some people don't criticize others, but they criticize themselves. They criticize themselves. So this is also a very bad habit. It's called self-sabotage, sabotaging ourselves. So these are habits that we can develop if we want to develop a beautiful mind. Imagine if you can get up in the morning and immediately you feel like smiling. One of the greatest tools or principles for developing a beautiful mind is gratitude. If you start your day with gratitude, thanking life or God for everything you have, thanking that you are still moving, you are still here, you are still alive, and thanking all the beautiful people that have been sent to your life, then you will have a great start of your day. Gratitude. It's such a simple thing, but we forget it. We are grateful. I know that we are grateful for many things, but we forget to be grateful. And therefore some people recommend, write it down every morning, at least 3 things for which you are grateful. Happiness gladly enters a grateful heart. Happiness does not enter an ungrateful heart. Somehow, by the arrangement of the universe or God, happiness is just like a magnet attracted to someone who is grateful. And we all know the value of gratitude, but we forget to practice it. Therefore, again, daily practice of gratitude, conscious, deliberate, intentional practice of gratitude can make our mind beautiful. Sometimes people thank me or praise me, and I say, it's easy to look tall if you are standing on the shoulders of giants. Because so many people have invested in me, directly or indirectly, consciously or unconsciously, and I cannot take the credit for what I have in my life. I can only thank them. Now, in our tradition, we don't stand on the shoulders of the spiritual master. Actually, this is an offense. But it's a nice metaphor to give credit to, I think, you have heard about the English band Oasis? You have heard Oasis? So I think one of them, I don't know if it's a singer or the other brother, he said something like that. Because, they have been learning from blues musicians, from previous rock musicians, and they became popular. And they said, yeah, because we are like this, because we are standing on the shoulders of giants. So giving credit to these people who have helped us to develop. And there is one marketing expert, his name is J. Abraham, and he's a wizard, he's a genius. People they kneel down to offer him a pen to write something in the seminar, this marker, coloring pen. And they kneel down, they almost worship him. When he comes in, it's a delirium in the room. And you know what he says? He says, if anything I say has any value, this is because I have learned from people who are much smarter than I. Can you imagine that? Nowadays everybody wants to pound it. You know, when football player scores, then they do this and show his number. This is me, you know, Ronaldo or whoever. Yeah, Ronaldo sometimes does like this or like this. And Leo Messi, what he does like this. He thanks God. I was thinking that he thanks God, but I heard that he thanks his grandmother who died. So she's in the skies. I don't know if he thanks God or his mother or both, but he's thanking someone for being able to score. So you see, these people are grateful. These great people are grateful. So if you want to become great, become grateful. Not grateful. Grateful, not grateful. Grateful means great nonsense. But no, grateful. Grateful mean, yes, grateful. Appreciative. Thankful. Okay, so no, we don't want to make this double meaning. This is one of a great way how to make. And another way to make a mind beautiful is to make it peaceful. Like our friend Caro, she was explaining about making a peaceful mind. Also Jenny, they were explaining how to, by breathing and by chanting Om. And I was looking at this flame since the beginning of the program, and sometimes it's very flickering. Our mind is like this, very flickering. But at some moments it becomes very steady. So the mind of a person who is spiritual, who has higher consciousness, is actually like flame which doesn't shake due to any kind of movement of the air. Very steady. And we can see our mind is like this, like always here and there, and it is called Bahushaka in Sanskrit. Bahushaka Hyanantascha. Also, another word that is describes the mind in the Bhagavad Gita is Chanchalam. Chanchalam means unsteady. You have heard of the goddess Lakshmi, yes? Lakshmi, goddess. She's in charge of money, in charge of wealth. So Indian people, they like to worship Lakshmi and become rich or go to the West. So Lakshmi is also described as Chanchala. Sometimes she is in your pocket, sometimes she is in my pocket. Sometimes she is in your pocket, She's going, she doesn't want to stay at one place. So some people are sometimes completely broke, and sometimes they are full of riches and full of wealth and money or whatever. So this is another story about money and wealth. This is completely another discussion. So now, to end my short class, I want to tell a little story from Native American Indians. I have heard it in one coaching seminar, and it has to do very much with our topic today, and I will explain why. Once, there was a chicken farmer in America who was also a very passionate mountain climber. How many of you like to climb mountains? You have experience. Anybody? So? Okay. There is mountains in Germany, yes? Okay. And one day he was climbing to the top of the mountain near his village, above his village. He would often go there. He would like to conquer this peak. And he came upon a nest with 3 large eggs. And he saw, wow, amazing, some bird left these eggs there. And he had a hen house at his home. He had a lot of chicken. And he was thinking, maybe I can put an egg under the chicken, and maybe something will come out. But he knew it's unecological, unethical, illegal, and he was in doubt. should he do it or not? But still he did it. He did it. There was just a little bit more to go to the top. He put it in this rucksack, this bag, a shoulder bag, and he climbed to the top, and with the egg, carefully, with the egg in his bag, slowly came down the mountain back to his village. And he went to the hen house, he went to the chicken house, and put it there, and one chicken sat on it, and it is said like hatched the egg. After some time, a creature came out, looking at all the chicken, and started to think, oh, these are my sisters. So he didn't have a mirror to see that it's different. And started to live there. Mother chicken has given to this fellow or this creature the same love, the same attention that she gives to all other small chicken. So growing there, doing what they do, pecking, flopping just a few meters in the air, trying to fly but not very high. And the years passed. And after several years, this creature saw in the sky an amazing scene. A bird flying like this. And something was moved in his heart, and he was thinking, wow, this is great. I wish I could do this. Sister Chicken says, he asked Chicken, Sister Chicken, what is this? Who is this? She said, oh, that's the golden eagle, the king of the birds, the king of the skies. He can fly so high, but we cannot do that. And he was thinking, right, I cannot do that. And he continued living as a chicken. And he died as a chicken. Sorry. So what do we learn from this story, and who was he or she? You tell me.
He is another eagle.
Yes. And he could fly, but because of association and negative affirmations, is there negative affirmations? He was brainwashed that he cannot do it. So therefore, if you want to develop a beautiful mind, be careful with whom you associate and whom you listen to. Why listen to people who tell you you're bad, you cannot do it? Listen to people who believe in you. Listen to people who love you. Listen to people who believe in your potential. You have so much potential. And to end this class, I would like all of you to stand up, and I will give you a little technique for beautifying your mind instantaneously. It's a little funny, a little half serious, but it's also very serious. Raise your arms, and in this position, you know that motion brings emotion. We have asanas in yoga, we have dance. So try to be depressed, to feel really bad with your arms raised. This is called depression yoga. Okay, you are not very good at being negative. Some are smiling, some are not sure. Okay, now keep your arms up and do this, which is called Swami step. Left and right, very simple, dance step. And try to double the intensity of your depression. Why are you laughing? Please, I'm a teacher, please follow me. Why are you laughing? You're not supposed to laugh, you're supposed to have a long face. Okay? Okay, now continue doing these two things and start chanting Hare Krishna. I will give you a melody and try to triple your depression. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You can sit down. You are very bad students of depression yoga. I cannot make you depressed at all. You are too enthusiastic, too positive. This is not good. Too spiritual. So, you see, the mind, something happens with the mind when we raise our arms. Something happens with the mind when we start to dance. Try to be depressed when you walk like this. It's impossible. Just you can laugh at yourself. I want to be depressed. And then plus you are chanting the mantra, which is actually, this mantra is the bliss personified. It's full of spiritual bliss, spiritual energy. Basically this mantra is love personified, but pure love, not sentimental material love, which is directed only to the body, but it's love personified. And how can you feel bad if you do these things? So all these things that we do, yoga, meditation, practice, they actually beautify our mind. They beautify our mind. And they make us happy. And I have great news for you. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be happy. Why some people are happy and some people are not happy? Do you know the answer to that question? I mean, there is many answers. There is 108 answers, but you give me a couple of. Why some people are more happy than others?
Because they choose to be happy.
Okay. Yes. Why? What is other reason?
They raise their arms in the morning.
Okay. What else? Please, more brainstorming, mindstorming, life-storming. More?
Maybe some people don't know that they can choose.
No, I'm asking why some people are happier than others. Because they... Huh?
Because they know they can choose.
They know they can choose. Okay, now we are coming closer to the answer. To the answer that I want to say. There is many answers. The answer is very simple. I don't want to torture you anymore. Because they know how. Because they know how. So have you ever asked yourself, how can I be happy? Recently I was publishing on Facebook, don't lament, fight. Or instead of lamenting, use your intelligence to help yourself. You have heard the saying, God helps those who help themselves. So instead of lamenting, use your creative intelligence to help yourself or to make yourself, to feel better, to make yourself happy. And these are such a simple thing. You just do something with the body and everything changes. And what to speak if you can do some acrobatics with the mind, if you can meditate or on Om or mantras or on the like Bhagavad Gita verses or Bible verses or whatever, you can do amazing things with your life if you just understand that there are so many opportunities to do this, and you don't have to be miserable. You don't have to. If the weather is cloudy, you know that sun is above the clouds, and you can meditate on the sun. Or you can go on the airplane and go above the clouds. So there is so many things that we can do for ourselves and for others, but we need to learn how. And therefore, people who are happy, they're always learning. So today we have learned something from each other. I have learned from them. I have learned from him by his action. I have learned get to know some of you, and you have also contributed and reacted, or by listening also. By listening, this is a great contribution. Listening is a great contribution also. Thank you for your attention and for your time. And we can help each other succeed if we share what we know, if we share selflessly and in big quantities. So thank you very much for listening. Do you have any questions? We can take one question and then we can go to the next part of the program, which is very tasty. Comments, questions, whatever. Or you can express something through pantomime, maybe, through your movements. So, yes, do you have anything? Thank you. Thank you very much. Namaste. Namaste. Okay, so, anything else? I mean, next part of the program?
Was war denn der nächste Punkt?
You want to say something? You want to say something?
Snack, Tee und Suppe.
Yeah, something that usually also makes people quite happy. It's called food.
Oh yeah, oh, this makes mind very excited. At least my mind, yeah.